the assignment was not so difficult to walk through. So this week, we will be looking at another phase of marketing so that we can use this to polish our marketing strategies even further. So we'll be looking at 5 little things, 5 key areas quickly, so we can use that to polish our marketing further. 5 quick things, 5 quick things. So I hope it has been fun. So 5 quick things. So number 1, we'll still be looking in the marketing, is something called framing. Framing. Now, to understand framing, I will give a quotation I saw somewhere that I love. It says, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we hear is an opinion. It is not a fact. Everything we see is a perception, not the truth. That reminds me of a story years back where, I don't know if it actually happened, they said, blind men were told to come and feel an elephant, whether they were blind or they were blindfolded, but they were told to feel an elephant and were told to describe what an elephant looks like. So some touched the trunk, some touched the legs, some touched the head, the ear, different parts, and they all described the elephant based on their experience of touch, their experiential, touch. And at the end of the day, you realize that in their descriptions, they were all wrong. Now, when it comes to marketing, framing is everything. You must know what to maximize and know what to minimize when it comes to information. I say that again. In marketing, you must know what to maximize and you should know what to minimize. So you are trying to describe your product. You should know those things about your product that may not be too palatable. So minimize those things. I'll give you an example. When a big brand like Samsung, Apple phones and their likes are advertising, when they know what they are advertising is expensive, you don't hear them talk about the price. Instead, they minimize that part. Instead, they maximize the benefit. Like we said in the last lecture, the end result of what you will benefit. But when they have, like maybe Nokia has a cheap phone that is coming out, then you will hear them say things like, it is even fit for your pocket. It is very cheap. It is very affordable. Meaning they have learned and understood the power of maximizing some things and minimizing some things. So it is not everything, it's not every information about your product that will sell your products. You need to know the right use of framing. It's like when you have a frame of picture in your house. There are frames that gives it some exquisite look. There are frames that make the picture look ordinary. It is not the picture that is changing, it is the framing. Same way, in marketing your product, you need to start asking yourself, what are languages that put people off? What are the choice of words that people tend to align with? What are the choice of words that make customers continue the conversation, that propels customer to move from advert to actual sales, to buying, that move them from visualization and wanting to actual exchange of value by giving you money? That is number 1. Number 2 is a key in marketing called free. In business, we must learn how to at times give values for free. In your business, ask, what value can I give for free? What value can I provide for free so that customers can trust my quality, can trust my words? Now, in giving value for free, you must learn how to give value to customers who are most likely to buy. It's not about giving value to customers that might not buy, to people that may not buy. So, give real value to actual customers. To actual customers. Don't just give values for giving sake. Look at people that are likely to buy and give them value. Now, free value may not always be you losing something. I'll give you an example. In developed nations and in some parts of Lagos, when you say you want to buy a car, there is a funny thing they do. They allow you test drive the car. That test driving they are giving you is a free value. Because as you test drive that car that you were wanting, by the time you come back, you suddenly start visualizing yourself inside the car when you get home. Like, see the way the thing was just going, pam, pam, you were just running smooth. What if I owned that car? It would have made sense now. Give value for free. There are times I want to get some kind of customer, some kind of clientele. I give them some produce, little. Not so much that they can store. Not so much that they would, something they will use once and they will get the benefit. At times I even go as far as saying, okay, I can give it to you and even tell you the recipe of how to use it. Now when I give it to you with recipe of how to use it and when to eat it, you are forced to use it. When you are done, you're like, this thing is awesome. When can I get more? At this point, my free value has turned you to a paying customer. So, do you know how to give at times free value? I'll give another example. Some of us in this class, the reason we joined is because we saw our free work and learn. And we had testimonies about the free work and learn that, the lectures were awesome. So, you did not see it as being too much to part away with a little token. Does that make sense? Then, number 3 in marketing. Number 3 in marketing is something we call permission. Permission. I saw a quote that I love. It says, selling to people who want to hear from you is more effective than interrupting strangers who don't care, who don't want to hear from you, who don't care about what you are doing, who are not ready to listen to you. So you are somebody that sells on Instagram, sells on Twitter, on Facebook, or any other social media page, and you have put out an advert, and the person liked it, as you have gotten their attention, and they go, oh, this is awesome, how much do you sell? Assuming for some weird reason you did put your price out, which is weird. And the person now is, you are reaching back to the person. Don't just start bombarding the person with all the information at once. It could be information overload, so they may not be ready for your info. But you can seek their permission. Oh, this is, answer their question first. Then, when can I put a call through, or when can we chat, so that I can give more information to the questions or other inquiries that you might have, or so that I can discuss so and so. Now, because they have given you an appointment, now they have kept you in their thoughts. That way, by the time you come, based on the appointment, they are much more receptive. Why? They are the one that gave you permission. They're not making any sense. You have done an advert, the customer has reached out. This is not the time to send all your 1,000,001 catalogs. No. Don't send all your catalogs at once. And the person opens their Twitter page, or their WhatsApp page, and they said, send me a picture sample. And you sent them about 1,000 pictures. And now their pictures is filled up with just you. It will irritate most people and put them off your brand. But if you have sought their permission before sending those things, now it will make more sense. Never making sense. So in marketing, you must learn when to seek permission. Oh, they have seen you out there, they're like, bring this product to our office. When should I come? What time will be most appropriate? Ask questions. Oh, how many people am I going to meet there most likely? Sir, we have about 4 varieties. Do you want me to bring all the 4? Or do you want for me to bring multiple of this type or that type? You see, that way you are seeking their permission. When you are even done marketing and all, sir, when can I reach back for a follow-up? Ma, when should I get a call back for a feedback? Oh, I've sent it to you. You send a message. Oh, I hope you enjoyed this. Please, when can I call? I just want to have a feedback to know how this thing, whether you liked it or not. Seek permission. Seek permission. Number four. In your advert, you need a hook. You need a hook. Somebody put it this way, say, if you can do it, it is not bragging. It is not bragging. What is a hook? What is a phrase that people can easily remember about your brand? That people can easily remember about you? That people can use to recommend you? Or people will hear and think about you? Think of a phrase, a hook. Think of a phrase, a hook, something. I'll give you an example. When we started, the first phrase we started with as a firm was, food production should not be seasonal. No, before that, food must be healthy. The process of food production must be healthy for the farmer, must be healthy for the consumer, and must be healthy for the environment. Beautiful, but it was too long. A lot of people could not remember. At some point, we now worked it down to the process of food production must be healthy for the farmer, the consumer, and the environment. Excuse me. Still beautiful, but lots of people still could not remember. Please, excuse. Then we came up with another one. Food production should not be seasonal because hunger is not seasonal. Pretty. But again, a lot of people started mixing it up. People did a whole lot of remix on their own. Then we changed it to food production is not seasonal. Food production should not be seasonal because hunger is not. Full stop. As good as it was, people still made a whole lot of errors when they tried to quote it. Then finally, we now changed it to this current one. If food is a right, hunger is a crime. Food is your right, hunger is a crime. Now, you see, with that, it is easier for people to remember. People can align with it. When people come to visit us, dignitaries and all, once they see food is a right, hunger is a crime, they're like, yes, that's true. Food is a human right, hunger has to be a crime. What is your hook? Think of a hook. Think of a hook. MTN was or is everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. So anywhere you go, like, MTN will reach, and they say, yes, so now everywhere you go. Etisala then was 080 Naija for life. Naija for life. Think of a hook. Do you have a hook? Do you have a hook? I don't understand what I'm trying to explain. Think of a hook. Something that people would remember easily. Something that people do not need to cram or think too much. Something that people hear or think and they remember your product. Something that sticks. Something that sticks. Nike is just do it. Just do it. Nike, just do it. Very simple. Straight to the point. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Fidelity, we keep our words. Fidelity Bank, we keep our words. What is your hook? You need something that grabs your what's it called? The attention of whomever is watching what you're doing. There is this guy, I'm trying to remember his hook now. I'm sure some of us will know him, Mr. Macaroni. That is when he hey. I can't remember the word now, but there is a particular hook he uses in almost all his videos. And that has become a hook. Never making any sense. Even musicians, so they built hooks for themselves. There is Don Jazzy's own, there is Bangali, that's D'banj. What is your hook for your business? Have you thought about a hook for your business, for your products? It can be something catchy, it can be something that makes people, it can be something that makes people feel like, it can even be an exaggeration of a fact. As long as it reminds people about you, it has done its job. As long as it brings your Brands to remembrance. It has fulfilled its role. What is your hook? What is your hook? Churches have it. Mosques have it. So what is your hook? What is that thing that people would always remember you for? And if I'm making any sense, what is that thing people would use to remember you easily? And if I'm making any sense, what is your hook? Take time and think it out. Take time and think it out. You are into herbs and spices. Your hook can be, with our herbs, we elongate your life by 5 years. Elongate your life by 5 years. Get rid of wrinkles. Take our products. Drive inside and stay in our car in comfort. Drive in comfort, live longer, think better. There was this one there by Toyota, Yoshina Yonkai, good thinking, good product. What is your hook? Then number 5, the final one on this.
So that one remains.
Call to action. In your marketing, whatever marketing you are doing, have a call to action. Because after your viewer or your reader or whomever your listener has listened or read or done whatever it is they have to do with your advert, after interacting with your advert, if there is no call to action, they will continue with their life. I want you to understand that. If there is no call to action, they will just watch and continue with their life. Think about it. How many adverts of products you have seen that had no call to action, and so you never thought about buying their products? You never thought about having any transaction with the company. Why? There was no call to action. What do you want the customer to do? See, remember that they were preoccupied with something. You have distracted them to your own side. Be fast. Now you have their attention. What do you want them to do? Tell them. Is it buy? Is it call? Is it this? What do you want them to do? Now, as we round up this first part on marketing series, it's important that you know you can learn how to tell a story. It can be a narrative. This is just a bonus. You might be telling a story with your advert. If you tell a story, people remember stories easily. Or it can be an advert that spurs up controversy. People remember controversial things easily. So you can tell a story, you can bring up controversy, or you can take somebody of repute, somebody with good reputation to advertise your product. That is why you see most of these big brands have brand ambassadors of celebrities that you know. So you can use a brand ambassador of somebody with high reputation or high repute. You can stir up a controversy, or you can tell a story. When we say stir up a controversy does not necessarily mean doing something crazily insane. We are just saying doing something out of the norm. Doing something out of the norm. So imagine I want to do a tomato advert, for example, my tomato and pepper and all of that advert. I could just show somebody inside traffic. There is car. We try to create a traffic scenario, and they say because you are hungry and you need to cook right now because you are super hungry, to show how fast we can deliver to you, we just deliver the produce to the person in traffic, and the person has the stove and everything inside car, starts to cook their food inside car, eat inside car, and we just show that we deliver so fast that we can have your food prepared even before you get home. Markets don't sell, and the hook in all of that is your food is delivered to you before you get home. We deliver to you before you get home in Lagos. So what we are trying to use as a background is the traffic is so bad that we will deliver to you even before your traffic allows you get home. So that is controversial. Like you just laugh. Now the point is, most people knows that. That's not most. I think everybody knows you will not put gas cooker inside your car and start cooking. Inside your small Toyota Camry and start cooking inside the back seat or front seat. But you have sent a message of you deliver fast. And maybe by the time we even deliver the produce, we deliver the pepper and tomatoes already blended, and the person just have to do chiri, tomatoes ready, rice ready, and the person is eating in traffic. And if I'm making any sense, that is something controversial. It is out of the norm, and the product we sell. Do you get the point I'm trying to make? So, for this week again, we are doing the same assignment we did last week. For those of us that have not done our assignment, now let's try to incorporate all of these things and run the assignment again. So, let's try and do 2-minute video this time. If it is 3 minutes, it is fine. I am now post it on the group. Please post it on the group. If you post it on, if you send it to me as a private message, I may not reply. But if you post it on the group, I will watch it and try to correct maybe some of the phrases on framing, maybe what we should maximize, what we should remove, because we should be able to understand what your product is about and all of that. We would look at your hook. Do you have a nice hook? And your call to action. So please, let's post it on the group. If it can be a minute, fine. 2 minutes, fine. 3 minutes at most. Let's see if we can. Now, somebody is thinking, what if I don't have the whole video thing? It can just be audio. If it is not audio, it can be written. Whatever it is, so we can look at it and correct one after the other. The purpose is we want to see if we can help create marketing tools that we can start posting on our different leads that we can memorize to use when we talk to people in our conversation. That you can say things you can say to get or grab the attention of the listener, so that you are sure that wherever they are still thinking of your brand or your product. I hope that makes sense. So again, thank you for your time.